Hello, everybody. Recording live from Lincoln 122, my classroom, new environment. I don't think you guys have seen me here. So, a little different look. I actually think that this camera works a little better than what I have at home. Got a few extra minutes this evening, so I just want to squeeze this in before I left. And wanted to do a video announcement since I don't know that this will be my last announcement, but it will be one of the last announcements. So just thought I'd do another video to touch base with everybody as we wrap up and talk to you a little bit about Module 15 and the final. So as I sent out on my message yesterday evening, Module 15's up. That went up fairly early in the week, along with the final. I just didn't get you notified because, like I said, I've been dealing with sick kids at home. It's kind of been crazy. And so last night I had a few moments at least to send a quick notice out to make sure everybody was aware of that. Some of you are already on top of it and have cranked everything out and you're finished. So congratulations if you're taking a look at this. That has to feel good. Module 15 is over the Civil War. There's a lot of stuff there. It's a tough module to put together because there's so many things that we could cover. One of the things I've kicked around is maybe in the future doing 2 modules there instead of one, and maybe integrating the first part of the war into the module with the origins of the war. So we'll see what happens. There's always things that can do to improve, but just a lot of things to cover, a lot of material. The only assignment in that is the discussion, and it's a little bit different format from previous discussions. You're going to be using the American Battlefield Trust website to learn about a battle and post about that. And as I said in the directions, try not to post on a battle that somebody else has already posted on, and they need to reply to 2 other posts. Your initial post is due by the end of the day, Friday, December 6th, and then reply posts are due by the end of Sunday, December 8th. So that's all that you have to do in Module 15. So pretty simple. And then exam 4 / your final. There's 2 parts to that, as there have been with all of your exams. The first part is the multiple choice. Your first attempt on the multiple choice part of that is due December 11th. That's Wednesday, end of the day there. And if you want to do a retake, you need to have it in by December 11th. And then retakes are due by the end of the day, Friday, December 13th. So that's a week from today. And that's some extra credit built into that. Looks very similar to what you've seen on all the previous tests. Then the second part of the test, as with the previous test, is the document-based and essay portion. The document-based portion of the exam, there's a couple of documents there that you're going to be using. There's 5 questions you will be answering over those documents. And those 5 questions combined, I'll grade them together using the document rubric, are worth 10 points, but you can actually score up to 12. The way the rubric's set up so you can gain 2 bonus points. Very similar to a lot of the document activities that you have looked at before. You'll be assessing the document, interpreting it, and determining the value of the document. The essays, there's 2 sets of essays as usual. The first set of essays is just over material from the modules we've been doing this last unit, so to speak, modules 13 to 15. There's 5 questions. You answer 1. And that is worth 20 points. The second set of essay questions is the comprehensive part of the final, so I can say I've given a comprehensive final. I don't like comprehensive multiple choice exams. I feel like you've shown me that. But I like the idea of the comprehensive essay because it can show or allow you to reflect on kind of the big trends we've seen in the course. And so there are, again, 5 essay questions. You choose 1, answer. Think about the big themes in the class. Slavery, founding and constitutional ideas, key leaders, in particular presidents and leadership styles and assessment of that. the role of women and minorities, and then expansion and growth, and that's both geographic expansion as well as industrial technical expansion and expansion in terms of political ideologies. So those are some big themes to look at. Hopefully there's enough questions there that you'll find something that you can do. Make sure you provide me with lots of good specific facts and details to support your answers. That's a key. So that is the essay document part of the exam. And let me look here. I should have written this down on my script and did not. I want to make sure I give you this correct. I take that back. It is due the end of the day, Friday, December 13th. Now, what I will try to do grading-wise is as those come in, I'll try to grade them, because that, again, is going to have a huge impact on your grade. I may even skip over some of the things that I have left, some of the discussions and document activities in the modules, and grade the document and essay part of your exams. That's going to give you a good idea of where you're going to end up with the class. I am going to try to catch up on grading as much as I can this weekend. I'll talk about that in a minute. So try to take care of that. The sooner you get it done, the sooner I'm going to get it graded, and you're going to have an idea of where you're ending up in the class. Some of you have some assignments that are missing. I'll still accept those. And you can manipulate Canvas and see how that might affect your grade. You're going to lose points, but some points are better than none, and a few points, especially if you're setting at, for instance, a 78.8%, a few points might be enough to bump you up to an 80% in a letter grade difference. So you're going to have to figure that out. Now, two things that everybody has to do. It's OTC requirement, the proctored event, and most of you have taken care of that. If you still need to do that, and the paper. I need something there in order to give you a grade for the class. If you have questions about those, please get in touch with me. I'm going to give everybody a last extra credit opportunity. Some of you don't need that, and that's awesome. But for those of you that might want to try to find a way to bump your grade up, here's the chance for you, and it's just a course reflection. I'm going to put it up in the form of a discussion board because I'd like you to be able to see what other people's responses are, because that might spur some thoughts for you that you can build on. And I just want to know first what you liked about the course, what worked. And that's in terms of the content, the methodology that was used, the assignments, how I approached the grading, those types of things. I can't do anything about like technical issues in regards to Canvas or OTC policies, anything of that nature, anything that might affect my end of things. And then secondly, things that you think could be done to improve the course, or changes that you might suggest. Maybe there's things that you have had other instructors do that you think are good types of activities that I might integrate into the course. Maybe you'd like me to do more videos like this. Maybe one of the things I've considered is doing some video presentations on some topics, like I used the presentation from Jennifer Bump on the witch trials. Maybe you think those would be effective. Maybe there's other resources out there that other instructors have used you like. Maybe other instructors, I know some instructors use different apps to communicate with students, and if you found that effective, let me know. And I'll consider those things. There's always ways to make the class better, and I want to continue to do that. So I'm open those to ideas and suggestions, and maybe it's in the matter of the assignments, maybe fewer discussions or more discussions, or fewer document assignments, or more of them, maybe fewer quizzes or more quizzes, or those are things that I'm interested in that you think might help improve the course and make it more effective for others. So now, if you do that in written form, if you post, and all you have to do is an initial post, if you post in a written form, I'll give you up to 10 bonus points. If you do that in the form of a video post, I'll give you up to 20 bonus points for that. And then beyond that, if somebody posts and you go back and build on that or comment on that in a constructive way that I can use, maybe somebody says, hey, I think you should do blah. And you come back and say, hey, I think a good way to do blah is to blah, blah, blah. I'll give you 5 additional points on top of that. So if you do a video and respond, you get up to 25 points. So there's an extra credit opportunity for you. As I said, there's a lot of things I've kicked around doing, video presentations. I've considered trying to find ways, and I encouraged it a little bit, didn't get a lot of people that did it, but maybe doing discussion boards by having people giving them the option to post their discussions in the form of a video instead of typing it out. And maybe I just wasn't very clear about that, and so that's something I need to work on. But if you like those ideas, let me know. And again, if there's things that you didn't feel were as effective, I want to know about those as well. And I'm kind of rushing because I've got a 15-minute cap on my recorder here. So last thing is just, farewell. This is the end of the course. Again, I'm sure I forgot something, so there's a good chance I'll be sending out some kind of follow-up, clean-up announcements. I have to shoot some of you some emails to clarify some things. I am really happy with the class. I know we lost a lot of people, but from what I could see, I think a lot of that was due to just circumstances people were in. And a 14-week class goes a little bit faster and it's a little bit tougher. So that does happen. But I'm really happy with the work that I've seen from everybody. I think everybody's put in legitimate, genuine work. I've seen improvement in a lot of people. A lot of you have reflected a lot of enthusiasm and depth in your thoughts and sincerity and the work that you've submitted. So I appreciate that. And I think a lot of you have grasped the big picture of the course. And to me, that's more important than memorizing the facts and the minutiae. But it's understanding what it says about us as humanity and the big picture types of things and really using that. And in a lot of ways, just examining ourselves through that. So I'm real pleased with what I've seen from everybody. So I've seen a lot of growth in a lot of people. So I've enjoyed it. I was reluctant to teach online, but I've really enjoyed it in a lot of ways. I do wish that I could meet some of you one-on-one, just because it's been interesting to getting to know you online. So I'm sure that in person it would be even better. And to that degree, if you ever want to drop by Lincoln 122, I'm usually around here somewhere, and say hi, that'd be awesome. And if at any point you ever have questions about anything or I can help you with anything, let me know. And for sure, I would love to help any of you. I don't have a lot to offer, but if there's anything I can do to be of assistance in the future, don't hesitate to email me or contact me. The Middle College office number is 447-6997. They can get you in touch with me or just come by Lincoln and check in with me. But I've enjoyed the course. And so, like I said, I'll probably send out a few things here just to clarify some things the last week or so. Some of you've wrapped everything up. Make sure you get everything done by December 13th. I have no wiggle room on that because it'll be a push next weekend to get everything graded and in the books before I have to post grades. So I've really enjoyed the class. I've learned a lot from you guys. And best of luck. And if you have questions, as I always say, please feel free to contact me. I've enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.